Hello and good morning. Happy Monday. This is our first full week of training. So congratulations on taking that first step. That is so exciting. It was so wonderful to see so many of you out at the fairgrounds on Saturday. I wanted to do a quick little video today to go over proper running form. So this information is in your handbook, but to kind of see it visually, I think does help a lot. Especially when starting out in a running program or walk run. So during those run portions of your workout, we're going to focus on a couple of things. So one, we're always going to keep our shoulders nice and relaxed. So we don't want to have, our tension, like lots of tension up in our upper body and our shoulders. We want to keep our hands nice and relaxed, kind of like if we were holding like a potato chip or something that would break easily. So you don't want to have like a tight fist. We want to make sure that our chest is nice and proud and we're looking straight ahead. So we don't want to be looking down too far at the ground. Of course, you do want to look slightly in front of you to make sure that you're not going to, run into something or, trip over something, but definitely keep that chest nice and proud. That helps with breathing. And then also making sure that our hips are in alignment. So when we're running, we want to make sure that our feet are landing right underneath our hips. And I'm going to do a little demonstration on the treadmill today to show you guys that. We don't want to bring those feet out too far ahead of us, and we don't want to hit that ground on our heel. That would be considered heel striking, and that puts a lot of impact through the body, through the joints, onto the knees and hips. So we want to make sure that we're just landing right underneath our body, keeping our footsteps nice and light and as quick as possible. So everybody's going to have their own stride. Everybody's going to have their own way to run. I don't want you to totally change it. I do want you to work with what feels comfortable, but I just want you to keep in mind a couple of these things. So just making sure things are relaxed, making sure you're landing right underneath your hips while you're in motion, and then try to land on the mid to top of this foot here, not on your heel, not on your toe, but right there in the middle of that foot. That's where you want to land. And then also making sure that your hips are not, that your back is not rounded out. Bring those hips down into that center of your body. That's going to keep everything nice and aligned. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a little demonstration on the treadmill today for you guys. And then you guys can kind of hopefully visualize that when you do your next run. So turn this up a little bit and just kind of pay attention to where my feet are landing. My arms are nice and relaxed. My hands are nice and open. And I'm not bringing my feet too far out. My arms are at 90 degrees. And they're nice and close to my body. They're not touching my body, but they're nice and close. My hands are also not crossing. So I'm keeping everything nice and straight here. Okay, so this is what that looks like. Not landing on my heel, keeping everything nice and relaxed. So hopefully that helps. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Have a great week, and let's make sure we get all of our workouts in.